So you're working out and you do 12 reps of, let's say, bench. It felt hard, but it wasn't the hardest set of the day. You continue to work out like that for 5 years and you see some results. Now, let's say you know how to work out, you do 12 reps, and then you max out 3 to 5 reps more on the end, and the impact of the repetitions will be multiplied many times. You won't simply add a few reps to your total number of exercises. Nah man, it doesn't work like that. Come closer, listen to me. Those reps you did after maxing out will multiply your results. If you don't believe me, this is what 3 months of gym got me to. After doing those reps, you have broken the limit of your maximum. The difference between losers and the winners lies in the extra effort winners put after giving everything they got. Real development happens with what you do after you reach your limit. You gotta be limitless, my friend. Put it in your bio just like I did, but I didn't just put it there for no reason. I stand by it and I prove it. I prove to everyone that I really am limitless. So stay by the end of the video to hear about my personal story on this. But first, let's hear about the legend Arnold Schwarzenegger. He invented the famous weight training exercise called the deception principle. Arnold was really strict when it came to the perfect technique. He claimed that once you hit your maximum number of lifts with the perfect form, adjusting your wrists and bending your back a little to engage other muscles to assist your core muscles will add 5 or 6 more repetitions to your exercise, and this will significantly improve your results. This can also be achieved by having a training partner to help you with your last reps where you nearly shit your pants trying to lift. And by the way, that's how every one of your workouts should be like. On the edge of shitting your pants. If you're a runner, then you know what's like. You reach the goal that you set for the day, you've reached the limit, but you're still running. You run a little bit longer, a little bit further. That a little bit longer is really stretching your limits. You've multiplied your running results. Seeing yourself as your strongest competition is one of the best ways to multiply your results. Whether it's in fitness, in financial success, love life, it doesn't matter. When you reach the border, go even further. Another way to multiply your success is to break through the results that people expect you to do. Always do more than what's enough. Every single kickboxing training I've had, I never went home with the rest of the people. I've always stayed after the trainings are done, but it didn't stay like the other losers chatting to the hot girls there. I'm a professional. I stayed there training, sweating and improving myself. Some of the people kind of laughed at me like, what are you training for, the World Cup? In their eyes, I could have seen the "you'll never win anyways" look. But I never really paid attention to them because they are not champions. When it comes to the real champions, my coaches, they actually encouraged me to do more training. So some time passed and one of my coaches comes to me saying there's a tournament. Are you coming? I said yes. Straight away, no question asked, like when is it, what is it, who's coming, what's going on, nothing. That was literally the conversation. Are you coming? Yep. To be honest with you, I wasn't even aware that I'm going on a European Kickboxing tournament. I didn't really care. I put it in my head that I was going to win, whether it is country tournament, European, World Cup, whatever. The time comes, we are going there, and the list with the fighters comes out. So everyone is trying to find their opponent. They're trying to see them, how they fight, their style of fighting, their knockouts if they have one, etc. Well, everyone is nervous doing that. I was in the back of the bus chilling, man, trying to sleep. The first day of the tournament comes, all the fighters from my camp are nervous. They are like, oh, I saw my opponent, they won the last tournament, they knocked out someone, they did this, they did that, blah blah, what I'm gonna do. Everyone's chatting and they ask me, so who are you fighting? Don't care. Whoever I'm fighting is going to lose, I said. I remember them giving me a confused look like, okay.
Okay.
My first fight comes, I was sitting in the arena listening to music, and my coaches and my teammates come at me nervous like, come on man, what are you doing? Why are you chilling here? Come on, you gotta warm up, there's no time, faster, blah blah blah. I was like, it's okay, I've got it, chill. I warmed up, went into the ring, destroyed the guy. It was a masterpiece, by the way. He was humiliated. I saw it in his eyes. I literally beat the guy every single round. He didn't even win a point. It was like 3-0 for me. Everything was good except my leg injury, which I had before even going on this tournament. The low kicks play a crucial role in my type of fights, and I couldn't really move my leg after the fight. Have in mind that the next day were the finals and I had to fight some other guy. I went into the apartment, took a rest, put some gel on my leg which my teammate gave me. But the next day rolls by, I've slept like the total of 3 hours. Everyone is looking at me all nervous because none of the guys on my team went to the finals. They all lost in the first fight, so I am the star of the night. This kid who was on my team comes to me like, bro, I've heard you're fighting some crazy guy, he's the champion here, we are on his territory, aren't you scared a little bit? I was like, no man, I don't care, the ring is my territory. I was so confident with my low energy from not sleeping the night before, the injured leg and all the pressure from the arena. For the second fight I had 50% less energy than the first one, but it still didn't affect my mental game. The time comes, I'm warming up as usual. By the way, I saw my opponent a couple of times in the arena the day before, and he tried to like bump into me and start some kind of beef, but I didn't really pay attention. So I'm standing there with my coach in front of the ring waiting for the previous fighters to finish, and I'm looking across the ring at my opponent, and this guy was like, he was on some drugs, and no, I'm not talking soft drugs. He was fully pissed looking, cocaine sniffing, hitting the ring, hitting everything, like giving me this like scary look like I killed his whole family, bro, chill! On the other hand, I still don't know, is it because I was so tired or was it just my discipline, but I looked so calm. Long story short, we get into the ring, this guy starts saying some things, and the ref looks at me like, you're in trouble, buddy. Whatever. So we start fighting, and this guy was the dirtiest fighter I've ever seen. He started hitting me with elbows and knees and stuff, which is not allowed in the low kick discipline. The ref on the other hand just warned him. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Are they for real? At some point, he threw a combination and in the end he just hit me in the head with his knee, which in most cases ends with disqualification for the fighter. And I was dizzy from the hit. On the other side of the ring, this guy is talking smack, the whole arena was loud and everything. I had a moment there where I felt like time stopped. In my head, I was like, what the fuck is going on? This guy is throwing illegal kicks, we are in his country, so the referees are kind of forgiving him. Should I just stop right now? Should I give up? It looked like there was no way I'm going to win. It was the second round and this guy was winning like 2-0. My coaches come to me yelling like, you gotta do something, you're losing. In my head 100 emotions are passing in 1 minute. I stood in the corner trying to get my shit together. I was on the edge to give up. Can you imagine that? And like some magic happened, I had a realization moment. It was like someone put a mirror in front of me and I asked myself, do I look like a loser, bro? Did I train that hard to give up right now? You can imagine this is happening in like 10 to 15 seconds time lapse, but for me it felt like forever. I can't say I had luck because it was literally the ref's job but they somehow saw the illegal kick and took some points from my opponent. So I'm standing there, the ref comes to me and asks me, can I continue fighting? So I was like, I motherfucking can, bitch! I go in there with my injured legs and I just start throwing low kicks all the way to the end of the round, like my life depended on it. My coach is screaming in my corner, come on, this is your time, if you don't win this round, you'll lose the fight, come on, you got this. The round finishes, I look in the board and I see 1-1. Can you imagine that? My coaches lines up trying to motivate me, but I was like, don't worry man, I got it. The final round comes, I fought like my life depended on that situation. And guess what? I won. You know what was the best feeling in the world? Seeing this guy who thought he was the strongest, toughest man alive being defeated. I stayed calm after the fight, trying to shake hands with this moron, and he just ran away like a pussy. Didn't even shake my hand like a man. But it is what it is, it's his loss. With this story, I wanted to point out to you the most extreme situation where almost everyone would give up. But guess who didn't? Me, motherfucker. Was it worth it? Absolutely yes. That's what I meant by the difference between losers and winners, is that the loser doesn't stop after giving everything they got. Don't be like this guy who I defeated, he'll always stay a loser. Keep calm under high pressure situations and remember why are you there in the first place. It would have been so easy if I just said screw it, I just give up this fight. Situations like that will happen a lot in your life. Don't ever give up, my friend. Let me come closer for this. Don't you ever give up. Know your worth and one day you'll be a winner, my friend.